Hey everybody, come on in and say hi. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm just looking for the live so that I can share it. How's everybody doing tonight? Come in and say hello. How you guys doing? I'm just trying to get your comments up here. Hello. How are you tonight? All right, let me push this back out of the way so I can see. There we go. We'll move the camera here in just a minute so y'all can see everything. Messing with that. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, everybody. All right, so tonight I'm doing my my wreath kit that I had sold. I had 2 left when I started the day, and now they're both sold, so I don't have any left. So if you got yours, thank you so much. Oops. Well, I didn't want to drop that. But this is the kit that I did, and this is the sign that came with it. This is a 9x9 wooden sign. And then you got your little pack with everything else in it, all the ribbons. Hi, Ann. Hi, Robin. Hi, Susan. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to put you down just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. So in the kit, you got this little thing here with your ribbons and your ties and your lemons in it. And then you got a wreath form. And I'm going to show you how to put the ties on that. But for the ribbons, you got 5 yards of each ribbon. So there is this 2.5 with the natural color with the black and white in the center. Then you have a 1.5 natural. Then you have a 2.5 with the lemons on it. Got a natural background. Hey everybody, hi Joy, hope you're feeling well. And then the last one, which I didn't cut yet because I figured I'd do that here, has the little stripes, and I'm sorry about the glare if there is one. I call it stitches. It's got the yellow and with the white stitching on it. So this was the 4th ribbon. So you got four ribbons, all of them are 5 yards each. So you have enough to cut your 12-inch tails and to do a bow. And excuse me for a second while I pick up what I dropped. I have to get it out. There it is. Sorry about that. Hey, Carl. All right, so like I said, the kits did sell out tonight before I came live. So I will hopefully get another one going soon. You also got 3 of these plastic lemons. And I will show you how we put those on there. And what else am I missing? I think that's it. And the instructions that came along with it on how to prepare everything. So I went ahead and I sent you 22 ties to put on your frame. So you would have 18 ties and then 4 for your sign. Because it's a wooden sign, we're going to use the pipe cleaners for that. So I had everything sitting right here, and now I'm searching for everything. Doesn't that just figure? Hey, Kathy. Speaking of Kathy, before I get started, you guys, I got to show you something. I told y'all last week about her little bunny butts. Well, I got one today. You guys, look at how cute these are. If you haven't gotten one yet, get one. Sorry for the noise. Look at this. she made these. Isn't that adorable? I love this. It's got the little loops on the side so you can tie it to your wreath. And then it's got the little bunny ears. Adorable, you guys. Get one. Sorry, I just had to show that off. I got that tonight. Thank you very much, Kathy. Adorable. All right. They are cute. All right, so when I do the ties, I put them on here. I always make my own frames. I don't do work frames. I don't have anything against them. I use them when I have them. Yes, I got it today. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys need to check out her site. It's Santa Marta Designs. Please go look at her bunny butts. They are so cute. All right. I'm going to put you down so you can see what I'm doing here. Get started. Tell me if I need to adjust anything for you, okay? So like I said, you get 18 ties. And we're just going to put these on every 4 to 4.5 inches, whatever works for you. I alternate mine between 4 and 4.5. That just works best for me. I do not have to glue them on because I get them on there tight enough. Hey everybody, if I miss anybody when you came in, I'm sorry. Hello. So I do the bottom 2 first. So this is what I'm doing. There's 4 rings on here. I use the bottom 2 and then the top 2. So when I put my bottom ones on, I do the bottom 2 rings. I wrap it around both of those, and then on the top, I wrap it around the other 2 rings. I do have a video on YouTube on how I make my wreath frames. If you're interested in that, just check out my YouTube page. But I know there's some people who've never done these before or have trouble with them, so that's why I'm going over it again. Her site is Santa Marta Designs, S-A-N-T-A, Marta, M-A-R-T-A, Designs. I think I have her card here. I could grab it and look and show it to you guys. So when I do them, I'm of course doing them off camera so I can use my little measuring tape because I'm just, you know, picky that way. And I just don't, I don't know. I don't like doing it with, you know, some people will do it with the tie and go out this way. I find that then they get too close together, so it doesn't work for me. They're only in your Etsy shop. Go ahead and put your link up, Kathy, for them. So I put them on here every 4 to 4.5 inches. So this would be 4, 4.5. Then I would do 4 here, and so on, all the way around until I have 10 ties on the bottom. Then when I do the top, I'm going to go right in between those 2 ties, and that's where I'm going to start. And I'm going to tie it, and I'm going to tighten it. Try to keep your tie right in the center. It's okay if you don't, but I try to keep them in the center. And then again, go out 4 to 4.5 inches and go around the top. So that's how I do the ties. So that's just to get you all started. And I already did a frame, so we don't have to sit here and watch me do this for 5 minutes or whatever. Well, hello from Las Vegas. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, so there's how I put those on there. If you have any other questions, like I said, I do have a video on YouTube that shows you exactly how I do them. So there's the frame. So in the effort of time, I already did one. All right, and I also went ahead and cut most of the ribbons. So we have 3 of the ribbons already done here. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut the 4th one. Now, like I said, I gave you 5 yards of ribbon. Let me move this out of the way for a minute. Now you can do it one of 2 ways. If you have a board to cut them on, go ahead and use that. I have a 12-inch piece of scrap board that my husband made for me. I have them in all different sizes, and that's what I use to cut my tails, or just measure it out on your mat, 12 inches, or use a tape measure. Whatever works for you, whatever you have available. You don't have to go out and buy anything just to do it. Use what you have. I'm going to use my boards to make it quicker, and I want 9 pieces. And we're just going to cut that off, and then the rest of it's going to be for making our bow. Hello! Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. If you wouldn't mind sharing this, I would really appreciate it. Let your friends know we're here. Maybe they'd like to come and watch. Thank you so much. There's Kathy's link, you guys. Check that out. And hopefully those of you who are on my email list got your email today. I got mine, so I'm hoping everybody got theirs. There were a couple that were sent back to me saying that the emails were not correct, so those didn't go through. And if you want to be on my email alert list, all it is my little alert or little email saying I'm going live at such and such a time. Come and join me, that type of thing. I only send it out once a week. If you'd like to join that list, at the very top of my business page, there is a pinned post, and it's got the link in it there. If I put the link in the description here, then it would take up a lot of the space on the bottom where you guys see the comments, and some people don't like that to be covered up. So I don't post it there, but if you go to the top of my page and click that link and add your email address when it asks, then you'll be on the list for next week. Just, Kathy, go to the top of my page. There's a pinned post there. Yeah, I don't use the mini chat anymore because they've changed it now, and we can't send out those through Messenger anymore. So welcome, first time watcher. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for joining us. Yes, also check your spam folder just in case. All right, so there's, oh, I hate that. One of the wires is coming out. Usually they will go right back in, but if not, just cut another piece. But I am going to cut that end off so it doesn't snag. All right, so there's our 4 ribbons. So we have the yellow, and that's going to go with, if I can get all these over here, the yellow is going to go with the black and white, and then the solid tan is going to go with the lemons. So that's what we're going to do there. And then you got 2 rolls of mesh, 2 10-yard rolls, and we're going to cut those at 36 inches. Now, if you wanted to do ruffles, you could do them at 30. My board's only 24, so I have to go to 12. So we're going to cut these at 36 because I want to do the woodland ruffle. I think that looks nicer. Come on. And but you could do just the straight ruffle. So you could do either one. If you do just a straight ruffle, you could do 30 inches and save yourself a little bit of mesh for another project if you wanted. This mesh came from Craft Outlet, and it's like a jute in with the poly mesh. I think that was all I needed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We need 18 pieces, and that's what I have. Hey, Pam. All right. So we have just a little bit left, even with me doing the 36. Sometimes it'll take the whole roll, depending on how much they put on there. All right, so we're going to start our wreath. I'm going to lift you up just a little bit. If y'all need me to adjust this, please let me know. I'm going to move this out of the way so that I have more room. Well, I guess I should have waited. I don't want to lose all my mesh off the side of the table either. All right, so when I do mine, I use this little rock. I got it at the dollar store. It's it just weighs on there for me, holds it in place. And then I have my tie. We're going to use this dowel that I got. It's a 3/4 inch wooden dowel that I got at the craft store. And because I have problems with my hands, I'm going to use these to do my rolls. So you want to roll it 4 or 5 times, clip it, turn it. The mesh holder my daughter got for me when I first started, she got it off of Etsy, and we don't know what the site was, but there are other sites that have them. Susie Brown has them. Susie's, guys help me out, what's her page? Susie's Wreaths and Things, I think. And then once we get the rolls, we're going to ruffle right up the center. And that's how you do the Woodland Ruffle. Some people call it the Cruffle, but the actual name for it is Woodland Ruffle. And I start on the top. My curls are going up. And then we just put them in the tie. And we're going to do that all the way around. So how's everybody doing with the time change? It has kicked my butt this week. I am so tired when I wake up in the morning. A couple of times I woke up late. My husband didn't even realize that we had changed time already till he got up Sunday morning. He's like, oh, that was last night? Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. First time watcher there. Where are you from? So everything else in the kit came from Sims Pottery, with the exception of the wreath frame. And the mesh came from Craft Outlet. I wish they would leave the time alone too. I really do. I say let's leave it. Stop messing with it. I understand why they did it in the beginning, but I don't think it's relevant to now. That's just my opinion. Not that the government cares what I think. So is anybody changing their plans because of this virus going around? I don't have any plans to change, so I'm not changing anything. But I have to say, I told my husband tonight, I was laughing so hard before I came live because I was scrolling through Facebook and seeing all the little memes and that everybody's putting up about the different things about the virus. And I gotta say, some of them are pretty funny. I'm sorry. I was laughing really hard. I know it's serious. People are sick and some have died from it. But they are funny. I told you, Susan, a can of Lysol and a mask, you'll be fine. Spray the plane down when you get on it. They won't mind. You're just sanitizing it for them. That's me. I have no plans to adjust, Millie. Unless it comes knocking on my front door, I'm good. The only place I go is the grocery store, and I carry hand sanitizer with me, and I sanitize before I go in and after I come out. And I wipe down my cart when I go in. It is serious, but you gotta laugh sometimes at some of the stuff people are doing, you know? So for those of you that bought the kit, if you're not on tonight, this is available for replay anytime. It'll be on Facebook and on my web YouTube. I was going to say website. I don't have one. You got one, Debbie? That's all you can do. You know, you just take care of yourself and your family. That's all you can do. I mean, if it comes, it comes. It's like the flu. It's like the cold. You do everything you can to prevent it, but you know what? Sometimes it just happens. But I didn't believe them when they said that the stores were selling out of hand sanitizer and that. And I went and looked, and sure enough, there was no hand sanitizer in our store. But I already had some, so we're good. Exactly, Lynn. Thank you. Lynn said she works in the healthcare industry, and if you're in good health and you take care of yourself, you'll be fine. Take care of you, take care of your family, and you guys will be fine. More people get the flu and the colds. This stuff makes my nose itch. You need to find out, Susan. Did you ever get that app, Hopper? Hopper? All you do is tell it where you want to go, and it searches for flights for you. And it'll find you the best flight, and it also tells you when to buy and when not to. My sister's the one that told me about it because she flies quite a bit. Hey, Amy. How are you? You guys are flying out of Detroit? I was trying to get her to come here and she could drive with me. I'm a couple hours from Myrtle Beach, but we could go to Sims after I pick her up at the airport. Because it's not that far from the airport up here in North Carolina. I'm excited. I can't wait to see everybody again and to meet more new people. You lost sound? Go out and come back in. I know you probably doesn't help if you can't hear me, but Myrtle Beach is your hometown? Hi, Gail. Yeah, I had already gotten the toilet paper, so I don't know why. I don't know why toilet paper is selling out. I don't know if they're expecting something that we're not aware of, or I can understand the hand sanitizer. I don't understand the toilet paper. I know I shouldn't make light of it, but you know what? Sometimes you have to. Alright, so we got one more for the top. Yeah, Myrtle Beach is about just over 2 hours for me, so it's not too far. I can drive there with no problems. So Mel's not driving down here then? Well, that's true too, but you know what? There's going to be, come fall, there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to be out of because of a lot of the factories and that closing down. I think where most of our stuff comes from is overseas, so sorry, I gotta get a drink here. Yeah, it's so much faster to fly down. Welcome, Greenville, South Carolina. Thank you so much for joining us. There's little fibers flying around and they're making my nose itch now. If y'all haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you would share this for me. Because we don't have our notifications anymore, it's a little harder to let everybody know when we're on other than to be sharing it. Oh, it's getting warm up here. Our temperatures have gone up in the last couple of days. So I think we're like near the 70s now, which is nice. But we have pollen everywhere, which is not nice if you have allergies. Sounds good to me. And then we'll do my live on that night. I think that's a plan. And then we'll head out Thursday and go to the beach. And meet up with everybody else. Hey Lillian, how are you? So I've got Friday and then next week left for my therapy on my hands. I thought I only had this week left, but then I found another paper that had 2 more appointments on it, so I didn't have those in my phone. So once I finish those, hopefully they will send me for the nerve test. Every week, or I go twice a week, but every time I go in there, they tell me how bad my hand is. I'm like, yeah, I know, that's why I'm here. Sims in North Carolina is located in Graham, which is near Durham. It is west of Durham. Time-wise, I think it was like 40 minutes. Hey, Joanne, how are you? Thank you for blessing my page. I appreciate that. 8 o'clock in the morning, y'all are going to get here? Good Lord, what time you got to leave, Debbie? You guys are leaving in the middle of the night. Is it you taking a red eye? That would be a very early flight. Oh, I'm sorry, Joanne. She's getting over a 3-week cold, you guys. Poor thing. I feel for you. I had one not too long ago in February, right after we got back from our Florida trip. And man, that kicked my butt. Hey, Rachel. Rachel, are you going to Myrtle Beach? I just did mine today, so I don't know who all's going other than those that have told me so far. It's at 11:15, I think, Susan. It's Said you would get in at 11:15. And if you check your luggage, then probably take about 30-45 minutes for that. You guys got a straight flight? Susan couldn't get one of those. She's coming from Ohio. She had a layover. It was a 5-hour flight for her. Well, honey, they're cheap right now. Go check. Susan found one for, I think, $89 today. Because of everything going on, the flights are really cheap. Go check. They're going down. Now is the time to look. The 16th to the 19th. Thursday to Sunday. Welcome from Kentucky. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. And you guys, I do have an email list set up. If you want to be on the email alert list to know when I'm going live, at the top of my page, my business page, Wreath Decor by Dawn, there is a pinned post that says if you want to be on the list to subscribe, just click the link. And it will sign you up. It'll ask you to put in your email address and confirm that you want to be on the list. And then every week I will send you out an email saying, hey, I'm going live. Come and join me. Well, welcome. Thank you from Eastern Tennessee. We are so happy to have you here. I haven't seen our bartender tonight. She's probably busy. So it might be just BYOB tonight. I'm sorry, yes, April. I'm so excited. And it's at the beach, you guys. You know how long it's been since I've been to the beach? And I only live like 2 hours from it. Well, I shouldn't say it has been that long. I did take my sister to the beach in June when she was here. And we walked along the water. But that was it. I don't go in the water, so. Give me a swimming pool. I ain't going in the ocean. Sorry. I don't want to be lunch. And we have a lot of them over here off the coast of North Carolina, so. Alright, so again, we did 36 inches with our mesh. And we're doing the Woodland Ruffle, so we're just ruffling, or we're curling it about 4 or 5 times at the end, and then we're ruffling it up the center. And that's going to give us the Woodland Ruffle. If you want to do the regular ruffle, you can just do the regular ruffle, and you don't have to roll it at the ends. Just skip this part here, and I'll do one here in just a second. Super Bowl excited? That's excited. Yeah, the flights are really cheap right now. Who's Super Bowl excited? All right. We've got 3 more to go. And we can put the tails on. I haven't been to Myrtle Beach in years. My husband and I used to go every January because that's when our anniversary is, and then nobody's there except the golfers. They're the only ones you gotta fight with. But then they're on the golf course, so who cares? But it's always, I mean, there's nothing open, obviously, but the outlets in that. But, you know, it's nice just to relax and have the beach all to yourself. Sometimes it would be pretty cold. Most of the time it would be normal, you know, average temperatures. Nothing too drastic, but it's changed so much over the last few years, and we were gone for 8 years, so no problem. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty spring, summer. This one will go all the way through. All the way to the fall. I thought I missed one. Oh, it's stuck to everything here. Hey, Sissy, how are you? There's my sister. The mesh is cut at 36 inches. That's what I like for the Woodland Ruffle, because you're going to ruffle, or you're going to curl it at the ends, so that leaves you enough for the ruffles. And that's about typical what everybody else does. 36 inches. So this was my very first wreath kit, and I sold out tonight. And I appreciate everybody's support and those who bought them. I had 2 that were sold, the last 2 sold tonight before I went live. So I'll have to get those out first thing in the morning. Hey, Kat. My other sister's on. I have both of them on now. All right, where's Shelby? And I put the curls facing up. That way you see more of the curl than the ruffle. Now if you want to see more of the ruffle, then flip them over. And I'll show you on this one what I was talking about. Alright, so if you wanted to do just the ruffle, then just take it, curl your end over, and ruffle it up the center. Just go right up the center there. Okay? But we're doing the Woodland Ruffle, so we're curling the ends. She's eating corn. You do about 4 or 5 rolls. Yeah, she right out of the can. Yeah, she is weird. I guess it saves on dishes, right? Did you buy the last one, Carol? Thank you. All right, so if you wanted to see, this is how I'm putting them in. I put them in this way so that you see the ruffles. When I put them in, the ruffles are going to stand up. I mean, the curls, I'm sorry. But if you want to see more of the ruffle, put them in this way. And then you'll see more of this. I really appreciate everyone's support and Rachel's help with picking out my stuff, and most of it I had. I was looking for the mesh when we were there in February and couldn't find it, so I ended up having to order it from Craft Outlet anyway. But alright, so there's our face. Get those standing up. There we go. Push those up a little bit so they're all standing up. So there's our base. Isn't that pretty? Alright, so now we're going to add our tails. Get all this stuff out of the way. So again, you have 5 yards of each ribbon, so there's enough for you to do your 12-inch ties or tails, and then have enough left over for a, why does it look like I'm blurry? Are you guys seeing it blurry? Have enough left over to do a bow. Or if you want your tails to be longer and not do a bow, you don't have to do a bow. It's up to you. All these are cut at 12 inches. And we're doing the lemons with the natural color. That one's upside down. So those two are going to go together. And then we're going to put our yellow with our black check. Mesh is 36 inches. Two rolls of mesh, Sharon. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start putting these in. And we're going to alternate these. So you should have 9 of each. Fold them over, gather them up the center. I like to bend mine out, make it look like bird's wings, little wings. And then put them in the tie. And then spread them out a little bit. And that's what they look like. So we're going to alternate. This looks like it's, can't tell which side's which on here. Oh, you're not late. You can always watch the replay too if you'd like. It will be up on Facebook after the live, and then I'll have it up on YouTube by Friday. Hopefully tomorrow, but just in case, I say Friday. So you want to pull those wires or those ribbons out. They're all wired. So they're going to go where you want them to go. Make sure they do. Give them a nice tug. Rachel, check with Mel and Debbie. They got theirs, but they're going out of Detroit, but it was cheaper for them to do that. Check other airports that are close to you. Yeah, Susan's going to come here the day before, and her and I'm going to pick her up in Raleigh, and we're going to go to Sims. And then we're going to drive down on Thursday. Yeah, and you can also watch the next couple of days too. Sometimes the best days to buy are on Mondays and Tuesdays. Well, welcome from Manchester, UK. We appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well over there. Oh, honey, on Wednesdays I don't cook. Everybody fends for themselves on Wednesday. But I can order you something real nice and easy. I can order a pizza like nobody's business. Or I can drive through McDonald's real easily for you too. What the what? I don't cook a whole lot anymore. If I can't stick it in the oven and it be done and me not have to do anything else. Unfortunately. I used to cook all the time. Nice. Hey Nathan, there's our little fan club president who got an award today. If you haven't seen my Facebook page, check it out. He got an award today with his junior ROTC. We were so proud of him. He is a superstar. We call him our fan club president because he is Grandma's #1 fan. And he's the reason I do lives. He's the one that convinced me to do it. He did a great job. There was a nice little write-up by his instructor on him and how helpful he is and what a good job he does. And he's a leader. And the other kids come to him for help and questions, and he answers and takes care of them. Makes us very proud. Not that he didn't already. They all do. There's our bartender. She was probably serving herself up a few beverages. He is an amazing young man. He is very supportive of his grandma. It's funny when he sends me little texts about my stats and that on YouTube. I get a kick out of that. Lori would be very proud of him, my business coach. Because he's always sending me my stats. And I'm like, okay, what does this mean? I'm lucky if I can get a video uploaded, let alone figure out what all that other stuff means. Look at that. She's got the bar all set up. Hey, Rachel, or Michelle, I'm sorry. Hi, Michelle. How are you? I am doing my wreath kit tonight for all of those who purchased it. And this was my first wreath kit that I put together. So I was super excited about doing it. I had planned on doing a different one, but couldn't get all the materials I needed. So this was the one I settled on. Did she put a baby bottle up too? did. Wait a minute. Do we serve minors in here? That's funny. Yeah, I'm going to do another one. I want to do a summer one. I've already got the what I want to do picked out. It's just going to be a matter of going and getting everything. And something for all ages. There you go. I didn't do very many of this one because I wasn't sure how it would go. Of course, I wanted to make sure that it was going to sell and that. So next time I will do more. This one went really well. I sold half of them as soon as I listed them, and then the others have been selling here and there ever since, and then the last two today, so. There's Shelby girl. And anyone that purchased the kit, if you have any questions, I put my information on the paper that I sent with it. But please don't hesitate to send me a message if you have any questions or concerns. It was fun putting it together. It was a little frustrating getting all the stuff because I couldn't get it all in one place. But once I got it all, it was fun. Thank you, Rachel. There you go. We'll pick something out and we can each do another kit. I bought the sign for the next one when I was there, so I have that. So now I know which one I want to do. So it'll just be a matter of getting everything and figuring out how many to do. I could do a pre-sale, but I'd still have to have everything to show. So either way, I have to make a trip. And it's not that far. It's 2 hours from here to Sims, so that's not bad. Some people drive that to work. Oh, that's all right. The video will be up here for you, Pam, and it'll be on YouTube. Well, that's me too, Susan. I wanted to buy one of everything when I was there. You gotta have somebody with you that tells you, you know what, you just don't need that. But I don't have that person. I have no self-control. If I had self-control, I wouldn't be sitting in this room surrounded by everything I'm surrounded by right now. Oh, I know. My sister does. She lives in Temecula and she drives quite a ways for work. Getting warm in here. No, Shannon, I do not open the ties to put in the next layer. I just go with leaving them, leaving them tied. It just takes too much time to reopen it and put everything in. For me, I just, and the pipe cleaners are long enough that there's plenty there. I'll even have to cut some of that off at the end. It's good if you have somebody with you that can do that. I would not be that person for you, Michelle. Because I would be, oh yeah, I like that. Go ahead, buy it. No problem, Joy. Have a good night. I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I would not be that friend for you guys that tells you enough is enough. Because I can't do it for myself. So don't depend on me. No problem, Carmen. This will be posted for you to watch later, and it'll be on YouTube. So whenever it's convenient for you to watch, you watch it. We've got 2 more to go up here. What we need is one of those like shock collars that you could set a limit. When you reach that limit, it shocks you. So you can't buy any more. Or it locks down your credit cards in your wallet. I know, we are going to be in trouble. Yeah, I'm great at shopping for people. I'm just not great at sticking to a budget. I'm like, oh, you like that? Okay, I'll buy it. There you go. Shock each other. See, what you do is the first day you're there, see, listen, I'm going to give you advice on how to do this when I can't do it myself. The first day you're there, to leave your credit cards where you can't get to them. Put them in the safe. And then you go look around and see what you really want. Then go back and buy it. And by the time you go back, most of the time, you've decided you didn't really need it. Yeah, okay. I thought I'd try. It's not going to work, I know. It wouldn't work for me either. All right, there's our ties. All of our tails are in there. So again, we did the mesh is cut at 36 inches. We did the Woodland Ruffle. We rolled it 4 to 5 times at the end. I'm going to say 5. 5 times at the ends. And then ruffled it up the center. We did 12-inch tails. Keep saying ties. And we put those in there. So those are on. And now we're going to do the sign. And I went ahead and put all the ties on except for one so that you can see how I put those on. And if you sell your wreath that you're making, make sure you put your tag or business card or something on the back so they know who they got it from. If they ever take the sign off and want to hang the sign up, I left the rope on here. So all they have to do is pull that staple out and then put your name tag on there. Either business card or tag or whatever you use, so that if they ever take the sign off or they want to look on the back, they'll see who they bought it from if they can't remember. See, I have good ideas sometimes too, Michelle. They just don't always work for myself. So I'm putting a little piece of cardboard underneath just because I'm afraid it'll make a mark on the front. It should be thick enough, but just in case. And then I wrap the end of my pipe cleaner twice. I bend it over. I don't know if it really does anything, but it's what I do. Whoops, I did it again. That cardboard just keeps wanting to get away from me. Well, if you miss something, obviously you didn't need it the first time, right? So I just put that on there, and then I'm going to put the pipe cleaner right on top of it, and I'm going to staple that down. I put 3 staples in. Sorry for the noise. And then we're going to take my little, if I can get it out, my little kitty hammer. This is one of those little hammers that comes in a kid's toolkit. I took it and use it. And I just hammer down those sides so that they don't pop out. Oh, that's good. Worked on a St. Patrick's Day wreath. So we're going to put our sign on here. I'm going to put it a little off to the side because we're going to make a bow and put it right here. Plus we have the lemons to put on too. So that's going to go off to the side. Well, if Rachel can be good on a budget, we need to take her with us shopping wherever we go. She'll be good at Carolina Pottery then for us. Because, you know, they have one there in Myrtle Beach. All right, since we don't need this right here, I'm going to go ahead and clip these ties off. They'll be under the sign. Nobody's going to see them anyway. So I clip it off and then I fold it over so that sharp point won't be sticking up. Like I said, it's going to be under the sign anyway, but you never know. Somebody might stick their hand up under there and get stabbed by that. I've done it a million times and it is not fun. I did it the other night and I was working on something else and all of a sudden I noticed there was blood dripping on my table and I'm like, where did that come from? I'd stabbed myself with the end of a pipe cleaner. Didn't get it on anything though. Alright, so I'm gonna go one more. Don't you love it? I love this color. Yes, we are going to both. We're going to Carolina Pottery and Sims. Well, we're going to Sims. The rest of them aren't. That's just you and I. They're going to Carolina Pottery. Unless they come here and go too. Alright, so this is where our sign's going. Oh, I think I changed that. Oh well, that's alright. And I'm just using my needle to stick this through. Yeah, the one is really big in Myrtle Beach. It's a new one too. And they also have other outlet stores there as well. I love the outlets. Our Carolina Pottery is at an outlet too. So I'm just wrapping that around once or twice to hold it in place while I get the rest of the ties in. Thank you so much for joining us. Alright, we're going to go right down here. Yeah, lemons are very popular. Just very spring feeling, you know? A lot of people do that theme in their kitchens and that. Yeah, they won't. I don't think they'll ever come out that way, Michelle. We only have 5 of them now. We used to have 6. There used to be one up in near Raleigh, and they shut that down a year or 2 ago. All right, so that one's wrapped around there. 2 more to go. Get this tie tightened on here. Yeah, they have one in Georgia, one in Myrtle Beach, the one here in Smithfield, and then they have one in Virginia, and I think, how many was that? I lost count. I love the store. I've been shopping there for years, even before I was doing wreaths. We used to go out there all the time. Oh, really? Yeah, I've seen a lot of people with this sign this year. That was one of the reasons I was kind of weary about doing it as a kit, because I had seen so many of them with it. But I don't know, I just liked it so much that, what the heck, right? My fingers just don't want to go through there. I know, that would be awesome, Rachel. We would have a lot of fun. Hopefully, because you wouldn't be that far from me. A couple hours. All right, so the sign's on. We're going to tack this down just real quick. Is Bob on here? He should be in bed. He's got a big day tomorrow. Well, Rachel, I'm going to be praying for the same thing. And the weather will be so much nicer for you. Oh, is it tomorrow? Awesome. That'll be great. All right, so I just pulled these ones out because I don't want them up underneath the sign. Now, if you wanted to and you had some, you could add some flex tubing to this. You could do extra bows. You know, it's all a matter of personal preference. Is he on here? I didn't see him come on. But I'm going to go ahead and cut these because I'm not going to add anything else to it. I don't think I have any yellow tubing left anyway. I hear him talking to somebody. I just don't know who he's talking to. Could be just talking to my mom. That would be really nice. You know, in all the years that we've been here, I've never really been to Charlotte. I've driven through it. I've been to their airport many times, but never really went and spent any time there and done anything there. So that would be fun too. Oh no, he's not in trouble. He just told me he was trying to be in bed by 9 o'clock, so He has a big test he has to do tomorrow. She needs to just pack her 1 or 2 days worth of clothes and then bring a huge suitcase for all of her goodies that she's going to buy. Hey, I have a washer. You can wash clothes. I'm just trying to get my ribbons to stand up pretty. Yeah, he has a big test. He's been studying hard for it. He was supposed to do it on Tuesday, but it didn't work out, so he's got to do it tomorrow now. And he needs it for his job, so... It's one of his certifications. Yep, you put all your clothes in a carry-on bag, and then check your suitcase. Well, on the way here, I would just put your stuff inside the big suitcase. And then bring the carry-on, put all your stuff in it to go home. Yeah, she had to have Teresa take hers home for her. And it can always be shipped. I'm more than happy to do it for you. And it's cheaper than them shipping it to you, that's for sure. There you go, suitcase in a suitcase. Babe, everybody's wishing you good luck tomorrow on your test. He's going to do great. I know it. So I'm just cutting the ends off of these ties to get them out of the way. And so that I don't get stabbed by them anymore. Because I already have several times. Those wires are not to play with in the ends of them things either. They will get you. So I'm going to do something that I normally never do on a live, and that is to make a bow. Don't get excited, because it may not turn out good. Bows take me a really long time when I do them. That's why I don't do them on lives. Just because I'm so picky about it. But because this is the wreath kit, I thought I owed it to you all to do it. If I'm going to tell you how to do it, then I should do it, right? I've had to do them in our group. Oh, really, Lori? I have a friend that's name is similar. She loves everything lemon. This will be listed in my shop tomorrow. Probably be late tomorrow because I have to take a picture and everything. All right, that's all the ties. So, whoops, missed one. Let's get these ribbons facing out. Thank you, Catherine. So we've got 3 lemons that come with the kit that you can put on here. And there's 2 ways you can do the lemons. You can just glue them on to where the ties are, which I need to turn on my glue gun. Or poke a hole in them, because they are plastic. They're a thick plastic, but they are plastic. And you can put a stem or a pipe cleaner or something in it And you can tie them on as well as glue them. Thank you, everybody. He's going to do great. I know he is. All right, so that's in the middle more than I had wanted it to be, but that's all right. We can still put a bow over here and then put the lemons on the other side. I can always move the sign too because I didn't tie it down. I only put it in place, tacked it in place. Can't you though? And see, we have some lemons here. We can put one here, put another one over here, put one at the bottom. And these are pretty realistic looking lemons too. So we can do that and then put our bow over here. Or you can move the sign over, put your bow on the side, put your lemons in the... You want to try and go for your triangle here. You don't have to, but it's all yours. You can do it any way you want. So let's go ahead and make a bow real quick. So you have enough material. Sorry, I'm gotta get my hair tie here for a second. It is getting hot up here. I don't have the fan on tonight, so all right. Now I have a little bit less of this than you guys do because the nice people at the factory decided to splice it to put the ribbon together. So I cut off this piece here. So I don't have as much, but there is enough to do a loop. So we're good. And I'm going to do about a 12-inch tail. Scrunch it up. Twist. And then I put it down. I'm using the Easy Bow Maker. If you don't have an Easy Bow Maker, use whatever bow maker you have, or if you can make them by hand, hey, do it. I cannot make them by hand. No matter how hard I try, they come out really bad. So, but when Susan's here, she's going to teach me how. She doesn't know it yet, but she's going to. So I'm going to twist. I am doing a 5.5-inch loop. I don't go to 6 like most people do. It just works, 5.5 works better for me. I like to be different from everybody else. See how it takes me forever? I have to have it just right. Yeah, they really do look real, don't they? If you didn't touch them, you wouldn't know that they weren't real. All right, so I'm doing one loop on each side. I gather it up in the center and then just get it flat there so it looks nice. Make sure these are even though I measured them. Susan and I are going to do a live together too when she's here. Lost my scissors. Because the day she gets here is on a Wednesday, so that's live day. And she'll be staying here. And then Thursday we're going to go to Myrtle Beach. But so her and I are going to plan something fun for my live that night that the two of us can do. All right, so I'm going to use this one next. It's okay, Rachel. It's all good. Yeah, the bow dabber works just as good. Whatever one is your preference, use that one. Yes, they both have big days tomorrow, don't they? And I will say a little prayer for yours. All right, we're going to twist. And again, the tails I'm doing at 12 inches because they can be cut down. I know, Susan will stay at the beach. She couldn't find a flight home. I said, I guess that means you got to stay. None of the flights were going home on the day she needed them to. I said, well, I guess you just got to stay. Oh, well. Call hubby and tell him you're not coming back. The second one is going to be 5 inches. So we're just going down 1/2 inch. Don't like this ribbon for a bow. Doesn't want to cooperate. Get in there. See with this one, no, I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to do 2. Now if you wanted to add more ribbon for your bow, you can do that as well. Add some other coordinating ribbon to it. I did not pick any out for mine, so we're not going to sit here and fiddle through all of my ribbon. And I'm going to do this yellow. One and a half is so much easier on my hands because I can just twist it and put it in there. 2.5 likes to fight with me. This one's going to be at 4.5. Make sure that these are the same. There we go. I'm going to cut this off, and then I'm going to use the yellow when I come back, and I'm going to put a little bit in the middle to finish it off. Oh, believe me, it's not for me. I thank you for saying that, but I'm like dying right now doing this in front of y'all. Because if I were doing this off camera, I would have had to redo it probably 3 or 4 times already. This one's going to be at 4. Plus, I probably would have added more ribbon if I'd have thought about it. But I was trying to get other things done before coming on here that I didn't. I might do... Let's see if we can do some extra here. Oops, got to twist it. See if we have enough of this one to do it. That'll give us a little bit fuller bow. Hey, Jessica. Yep, we got enough. All right, so we got 4 loops, well, total of 4. 2 loops on each side with that one. See that right there just bugs me. That I would have taken it apart right there and redid it. All right, and then we're going to take this one and we're going to make a loop in the center. We'll do a little bit longer. So that's probably a 3-inch loop there. Yep, 3-inch. I'm going to cut it off. And that'll be our center loop. I'm going to take a pipe cleaner. I'm sorry, zip tie. hold of it and we're going to put it underneath. Now bear with me for a second because sometimes it'll come apart. If it were a bigger bow, I would definitely have an issue with it coming apart, but this one probably won't. I took one off yet last night I was working on and messed it all up. There we go. Alright, so you have that little indent there from where it was in between these two pegs on here, and that's where you want your zip tie to go. And then pull it, not too tight because you still got to put in your wire, but enough so that your loops don't come out. Get me some 26 gauge wire. What are you saying, Susan? Alright, so I'm going to push this down here and I'm going to loop this. My loop is too big. And I pulled it too tight. Doesn't want to go through. Alright, if it doesn't want to go through, I'm going to use my needle. There it goes. See, that needle comes in handy for all different things, guys. So get yourself a needle if you don't have one. You can find it in the yarn section of the store. Mine are just called yarn needles. They come in plastic and in metal. These are the plastic ones. You can find them at Walmart or any of the craft stores. I swear by those needles. Alright, now I can go ahead and tighten it a little more, and we're going to fluff it out. So take your hand. Got to loosen that up near the center. Hey, Lynette. I don't have a fluff box, so I have to either do it by hand or do it on a wreath. It's an easy thing to make, I know, but I just haven't done it. And you know what? I have some little lemon slices that I found last summer. I could even put one of those in the bow. Go. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and tighten it. Night, babe. Good luck tomorrow. Get it really tight and then cut it off. And then I tie my ribbon or my wire on there. And that's it, guys. Cute little bow. It'll look better when we get it on the wreath. Be able to fix it more. Thank you, guys. He appreciates that. Alright, so we're going to put this over here on the side. Like I said, I may have to move my sign over a little bit because I put it a little more towards the center than I should have. But that's okay. Alright, so I'm just going to take both the wires, put them right in my needle, and then I'm going to go right down into the mesh, through to the frame, and that's where I'm going to tie it off at. And I want to make sure it's tied to the frame so that it doesn't come off or come loose. Don't pull too tight. If you pull it too tight, it's going to sink in the middle. See how that bow is sinking in the middle? You don't want that. You don't want it to look like that. You want it to look like it's laying right up on top. Don't want to pull your mesh down into it. All right, I'll fiddle with that more later. Thank you. I gotta find the frame here real quick. And I always dovetail it after I put it on, just because I don't know how long I want to leave my tails. So get that nice and as tight as you can without pulling the middle of the bow down. Wrap it around a couple of times, and then I'm going to leave that wire there and I'll fix it tomorrow. Once I know everything's going to stay where I've got it. Yeah, that's good. I don't think I have to move my sign. It's not really covering anything up. I can move the tails over so that they're not on there. All right. So I will go ahead and dovetail these. And it doesn't matter if they're not all even. They don't have to be. They shouldn't be. Cut them. You're going to dovetail them at an angle. You want to go from... Here, I'll flip it around the other way. It's easier that way. Go from the inside out at an angle, and it makes a nice little V in there. If you do it the other direction, then you got to go that way. I think, oh, one more. Thank you, Esther. Esther, I didn't even see you come in, hon. Or did I see you? I don't remember now. Take the ribbons and kind of give them some fluffing. Give them some shape. Give them some curl. You can also take that same dowel that we used earlier and you can twist your ribbons around it to give them some curl. Trying to do it backwards here. There. See, isn't that cute? I won't curl them all, but that's what you can do. You can take that, or you can take the end of a mesh, you know, the mesh tubes. You can use those to do that too. All right, there's our bow. All right, now real quick, I'm going to show you the lemons. And we'll be done. All right, so the lemons, like I said, they're not real heavy, but they are sturdy. But you could just take and put a dab of glue on the end and put that right in where your tie is, and it would hold right there. Or if you have an awl, AWL, or an ice pick, you can poke a hole in it carefully without stabbing yourself. Goes in real easy. Make a hole, grab a pipe cleaner. If I can get a hold of it. Fold one end a couple of times like we did with the back of the sign. And you're going to stick this inside and glue it. And this will just give you that extra security so that you don't have to worry about the lemon coming off. So put a dab of glue in there, take your pipe cleaner and stick it down in there carefully without burning yourself. Glue gun burns are not fun. And then that will glue, that when that glue dries, it's going to stay. It's not coming out. And I use Gorilla Glue, so it's not going anywhere. Okay, Once that dries, then you can tie it down into your tie. Oh, let's get 2 more here and do it. Just take your ice pick, go right into the, you don't even have to go in the end. You can go anywhere. Let's see. Let's go right here. See, the outside of it's plastic, but the inside feels like it's a really thick foam. It's a very thin plastic on the outside, though. Hello from Florida. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Rachel. Yes, everybody, I'm sorry. We have our group, too. If y'all are looking for a design group, we'd love for you to come and check us out. We have Team of Dreams Design Group. It is myself, Susan from AC Inspired Wreaths, and Carla from the One Stop Boutique, and Miss Rita from Rita's Wreath Barn. If y'all wouldn't mind, please keeping Miss Rita in your prayers. She lost her husband this past weekend. Well, the end of last week. And she's been going through a real rough time. So we are all thinking of her and sending her our love and prayers. It was very sudden. But we would love for you to come and join our group. Like I said, it's called Team of Dreams Design Group. We meet twice a week, Mondays and Fridays, 8 p.m. Eastern. We do all of our designs on Zoom, which is a video conferencing app. So you get to see us, talk to us. We get to talk to you, see you. It's very intimate setting for us, and it works out really well. And it's $14.99 a month, and you get several designers for that price, not just one. Oh, thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. I just undo them and redo them so many times that I don't think people want to see that on a live. Let me get all my stuff out of the way here. We'll put these on real quick. What did I do with my needle? And then we're all done. You guys are great. Thank you so much. Yes, Susan is up on Friday in our design group. I'll show you what I did on Monday night. I want to show it off. I haven't shown anybody yet because I haven't gotten all the pictures taken. Yeah, it's very sad. Thank you. She's doing as well as can be expected, of course, but it's really hard for her right now. And she's out there in Texas and doesn't have any family or anything nearby, so that makes it a little harder too. But she's got all of us, so. But Pam and Esther and Joy, they are all in our group as well. We have a great time, lots of fun. And some really beautiful designs. As soon as I get all these in, I will show you what I did on Monday night. And if you join the group, you get to have access to everything that we've already done as well, so. And you get to see all of our goofiness as well. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. I really do. Who knows? Maybe I will do more bows on lives. This one's going to go right here. And of course, everything from the sign and the lemons, I'm just tacking them down temporarily, and I will go back and make them permanent when I know that that's where everything's going to be. Yeah, we are here for her. Her wreath family is there for her. I talked to her Friday, I think was the last time I talked to her. The weekend was obviously very busy because they were having the service and that, so I will probably talk to her. What am I saying? This is this week, not the weekend. Today's only Wednesday. But yeah, over the weekend they did have the service and that, so. All right, there we go, guys. There is our wreath kit. Yay, I'm so happy. First one in the books. All right. This will be listed in my Etsy store tomorrow if anyone is interested in it. Once I get it all tacked down and everything in place and made permanent. Thank you. Let me show you guys real quick what I did in group the other night so you can see what kind of things we do. Can you hear my old bones cracking when I get up? All right. I gotta lift up the camera, so hold on to your seat. There you go. So this is just one of the things that we do in our group. I did this one on Monday night. This is a little wheelbarrow that I picked up. It says, "Welcome to my garden." And I put a little bunny in there with some tulips and Easter eggs and a little egg spray here for the tree. And she's holding the carrot. And she's sitting in her little garden. And I made her a little sign over here, little mini chalkboard that says, "Welcome to my garden." The lemons came from Sims Pottery. Everything except the mesh came from Sims Pottery. The mesh came from Craft Outlet. The kit is sold out, Sue Ann. I'm sorry, it sold out tonight just before I went live. Isn't that cute? So this will be up tomorrow as well. Let me put the camera back up so I can see everybody. Lord. Let me do that. There we go. Sorry about that. Don't want to make anybody sick. So I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope you guys had a great night and enjoyed it. There we go. My hair. I had my hair tied back while we were doing that. Yeah, I like that too. It came out really good. Isn't it cute? I really love it. I was going to do something different, but I'm glad I did it that way. The florals also came from Sims Pottery. Except the tulips. The tulips came from Michael's. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me tonight. I appreciate you all being here so much and sharing. And again, if you want to be on my email list to get updates for when I go live, please go to the top of my page. There's a pin post. It's got a link on it for you. Follow that link and you'll be subscribed to my email list. And you will get an email from me every Wednesday afternoon saying I'm going live this time and this is what I'm making. Okay? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You're very welcome. Thank you for joining me. If y'all have any questions, just put them in the comments, and I will go back and look at them tonight and answer any questions I may have missed, and I'll probably answer questions I've already answered, just because I don't remember what I've answered and what I haven't. Can't wait to see it, Pam. Send us pictures when you're done. And if you purchase the kit, this live will be up on my Facebook page tonight after we're done. And it will be on YouTube by Friday, so you can go back and watch it at any time. If you have any questions, please send me an email or message me on Facebook, or you can even message me through Etsy if you'd like. So have a great night, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you all back here next week. Thank you. Good night.